I'll give you 2 guesses where we got this car, and the first one doesn't count.
Oh, yeah.
So if you guessed this, correct. So Derek pulled this out of a field to harvest the engine. And we're close enough together to where it made sense for us to do some horse trading. So I ended up giving him an engine for an old Mustang, and we traded it out, and I got this F-body Camaro. If you know me at all, you know that I love Camaros, and I built Zed Sled a few years ago. And it was a great project car and a lot of fun to drive, and I see some serious potential with this car. Here's why. Come on, follow me. Here's the biggest reason right here. It's a 1974. 74 was a split year for the back glass. 73 had the different look on the front, like the RS 73 was fairly similar. 74 carried over with this back glass, but gave the new styling with these taillights and a little bit different front end. And the biggest thing is that this is the first year for these big, blocky bumpers. These bumpers are responsible for so many of these cars being relegated to being circle track drivers because everybody hated them.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
Well, now they're coming back in, but some people, it's debatable whether they like them. I kind of like them, but anyway. 74 is the only year with these bumpers and the flat black glass. Flat back glass. Flat back glass. It's got everything in it, although it's been turned upside down and shook. And it smells really bad, but it's all there. And if you remember, it's got a couple of other things going for it. It's got a positive traction rear end. Yes, it's the 10-bolt, but they can be pretty strong. We had 700 horsepower with Zed Sled, and it held up just fine with a couple of little tweaks. Also, from Derek's inspection underneath it, it looked like it was pretty solid in the spring pockets and the rear frame rails. So, the floors look solid too. Very different than Zed Sled. We had to put a bunch of patches on that car. One of the big things that I want to do with this car is to make sure that it's savable. How do we determine whether it's savable? How far gone is it? I don't know. The roof is terrible. Look at this. I can literally peel pieces of the roof panel off. So you're saying to yourself, just put a roof skin on it. Well, this is a unibody car. This has been open and exposed for a long time. If the inner structure is degraded in this car, it's garbage. So back glass, no back glass, front end, it doesn't matter. V8 car, 10-bolt rear axle, positive traction, none of it matters if this car isn't solid enough to save. So that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna get this back in the shop. We're gonna start peeling off the layers of the onion, and we're gonna see whether it's worth saving. Wow. Well, panels align pretty good too. I guess I should find out if it has brakes. Right there, some kind of guano. I don't know what animal left it behind, but it smells, and I'm not sitting in it. So we're just gonna do a little bit of that. I don't care about Bondo dust. I don't care about metal shavings. I'm not sitting in poop. All right, so now, I think we might have brakes. I guess I should let it roll down and see. The Miata's in the shop. I'd hate to drive through that. gravity. Help an old guy. Yes, we have brakes. Why is there things dragging? Come on, gravity. Go, 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 go. Damn it. It was not what I had in mind. I had envisioned ride right into the shop. Uh-oh. Oh. I didn't miss leg day. This is leg day. Oh, I gotta straighten it out. Oh. Come on. Come on. Okay. Straighten it out again. No, I'm Derek Bieri. I gotta take the motor out. I need a 4-bolt main 350 for some other thing. One more. A little. Why would you roll? A little more. Okay. Shut up. A bit of lube goes a long way. Wow. Full circle. I just realized this. Look at these gloves. These are from the original Zed Sled build. I guess it might be time for a glove sponsorship. I don't know. Actually kind of graceful. So the hood's in pretty good shape. There's a bit of surface rust, but it's good. Flat hoods, you can't get a repop, so I might reuse this one. right, so obviously we got a bunch of garbage and junk out of there. There's some personal information. Well, I don't even want to look at that. But here's something interesting. They were a smoker. I knew I smelled tobacco. So some of the real gold that we found here are these pieces. These are trim pieces from the back glass. And, you know, it's always better to have original parts on the car. I'm sure there's reproduction somewhere, possibly even AMD has them. But to have the original trim pieces, always a bonus. We've got lower dash, ashtray. This is a duct for the air conditioning. And by the way, it's an air-conditioned car, too. AC car. So what does that mean? Yeah, we're going to have to replace the HVAC box. I'll put a vintage air unit in, but all the ducts are there, so that makes it easier to retrofit that. Right here, heater controls, who knows? This is all in good shape. The plastic is not broken. Here's another pull handle. Huh, here's the grill. I wonder how this grill got broken. And these are valuable. Valuable. It's all relative, but these are going back on the car. Actually, I put a pair of these on the 1990 Jag XJS that we put on because they just fit good. They worked and they look nice. Headlight doors, scuff panel, original fan shroud in super great shape. All the mounting locations, everything's good. So whether I use it or whether I pass it on to somebody on the web, who knows? This door card, driver's door is toast. We might have to get a set of trim panels. Got the original drive shaft, depending on which transmission we use. It may or may not go back in, but might be good enough for measurements. So now I'm going to try and get those nasty seats out. Oh look, score, Post-its, nice. And a super nice paint tray. Look at that, I bet it doesn't even leak very much.
Action.
So that's always good to have in a car. A piece of rusty metal. Oh, look at this. I think we found where the first class galvanized metal repair came from. Yeah, okay. Interesting. So what I'm trying to do is to get the seat tracks free. I'm trying to lube them and see if I can get the seat moving. Problem is I can't get to the back seat bolts because somebody really tall was driving this stupid thing and kicked it all the way back and then it rusted solid. So anyway, hopefully I can get those loose. Otherwise, we're going to have to get really creative pulling this thing apart. I know what this is. This is a lane avoidance computer. This is a body module. So I'm really going to try and save these seat tracks. They don't look too bad from the bottom. I know they're frozen, but they're kind of expensive to find. And I want to save them if I can because, you know, it's less stuff. The cables are all intact. It's just the sliders are locked up. So I went through this with Z-Sled. The frames were toast, and yeah, I had to find another set. It was spindly. Anyway, we'll see. Oh, wow. Holy cow, look at that. Unexpected. I don't know why it was unexpected. Unexpected. not in bad shape. All right, so here's why we don't just start going nuts with the shop vac. Look at all these clips. These are the little plastic clips. This is actually for the vinyl top trim. Now, I'm not going to put the vinyl top trim back on this car, but somebody might want those. I don't know. Oh, and a nickel. Oh, and some staples. We're kind of in an archaeological dig, so to speak. It's just 50 years old instead of 50 million. Anyway, ow, stinky. Sometimes you find the build sheet back here. I have a feeling it was in that rodent nest on the other side. Oh well. Living things, crawling. Smell it. All right, so with all the debris gone, now we can take a real look at the metal. So a car will always talk to you. It'll tell you its stories. And this one's got a couple. So right here, this is a fakey patch. It's just Tetz screws. There's Phillips screws holding it in. So that tells me somebody has loved on this car a little bit, and they cared enough about it to actually put a floor patch in right here. In the back here, that's the muffler. We've got some rot. Still see primer here. That's a good sign. So that's a partial floor it needs here. Might need some goofiness there. So we need the rear pan here on this side. And when we look up here, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. What kind of troubles me about it is that I'm not sure that that's not pinched right there or folded a little bit. I don't know. Looks like maybe the rocker took some damage. I don't know. But the toe board and even the flat floorboard on the driver's side is really actually good. So yay, bonus. On the passenger side, no. No bueno. So we've got borderline Flintstone on this here. So we're going to need a little bit of the toe board up here because we're through there. And we need, well, let's just say we need a floor pan here. In the back, same. Right here, we're going to need a set of seat belts too. Right here, yeah, it's bad. So we'll need a rear pan back here. I know they make these, so I'm not worried about that. Back here, it's pretty good. It's pretty good back here. We might be able to save it. We need a rear pan, front pan, bit of a back seat pan. That was kind of what I was hoping for with this car. I knew it was going to have some rot. They all do. But it's manageable. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why, but we've got a homemade patch right here. Maybe this was a 4-speed car that somebody converted to an automatic. I don't know. But this is not supposed to be here. This is riveted on. It's blue. This is obviously somebody's version of a repair. At some point I'll pull that off and see if it has the 4-speed opening or if somebody just hamburgered it up. And I don't know. The thing about it is it's held up really well, but it's not the way to do a sheet metal repair on the floor of a unibody muscle car. So Back when there was full-size spare tires. Ah. Or not. No, it is a full-size spare. And the man jack. All right, so I'm gonna poke around and vacuum this out because I'm super curious. This is kind of a make or break moment here sometimes too. All right, with the deck lid, top of it looked okay, but look here, we've got some scaly surface rust right here. It's not looking good for the home team in here. Follow me up here. We got rust through. We got rust on this lip. And we got rust right there where the two panels are actually separating, and we've got body damage there. Guess what? We're gonna need a deck lid. Overall, it's not bad in here. If you take a look, up at the top corner there, right in there, the sealer is separated. We've got, yeah, it's, I can see the ground. That's not good. Right there, that's one covered up. That's a factory sealer right there. But right there, we've got some rust through. But the tail panel overall is pretty okay. I want to get a look at the channel down here under this back glass. This back glass is worth something. That's a valuable piece of glass. Okay. Separate. Wait a minute. Oh my God. Holy cow, look at that. It's just falling out. Wow. It just, that's amazing. Well, it's one less thing I have to buy. Look how easy that came out. It was crazy. Interesting. Okay. This is really reassuring. All of this stuff up in here, well, even in here, it's all really solid. There's still factory primer on it. All of that around the rear window, that's all pretty solid. Seat belt, mounting points, all the important stuff, the structural stuff. And when you look at the actual metal here, there's some surface rust on it here, but right here the primer's still on it. So it makes me feel so much better about this car because it didn't rust internally. And even with all the little, little holes coming through there, it's still not bad underneath. So this was actually the thing that I was worried about the most, and now I'm not worried about it at all. ridiculous. I bet I lost 100 pounds off the front of this car by pulling that bumper off. That's silly. All right. So what do we know? We need a deck lid, a couple rust holes in the trunk floor. We need quarter panels. Okay. We need a roof skin. Okay. We need floor pans. Okay. May or may not need doors. Okay. You know where I can get all that stuff? AMD. Auto Metal Direct has all of the parts and the panels that I need for this car, including glass. Front glass, back glass, tinted, not tinted. I had no idea they had that much stuff for these cars. So if you've got a second-gen F-body, heck, if you've got a first-gen F-body or Firebird, and you want to fix it up, Auto Metal Direct has got you covered. And if you want to get froggy and do your own panel replacement, guess what? I know a guy that's got some DVDs on how to replace your panels and fix the rust repair, Paintucation. So yeah, not to get cheesy and pitch all this stuff, but we have the resources for you. So you can get them in streaming or DVD format. And if you don't want to do that, that's fine too. Follow us along with this one and we'll give you some tips and tricks on how to get your own project done. In the meantime, I'm going to get my parts list together. I'm going to reach out to AMD and we're going to get a game plan on this. And by the way, I'm not restoring this 74 Camaro. I'm going to do something I've always wanted. I've always wanted a 70 RS with a split front bumper. I love the styling of those cars. And with the flat back glass, I still can't say that. My opportunity is to create one of my own. And right here, same fender. It's the same part number. Upper and lower valance, bam, there we have it. Bumper kit, bam, there we have it. Taillight panel, bam, there we have it. And guess what? I've got my 70 RS Camaro. So you can hate on me for not retaining this 74 if you want to, but I'm super excited about this project. So we're going to get our stuff together, and in the meantime, we've got a couple of other projects we're going to dig into. Some of it might be really interesting to you. So we'll see you on the next video.